D.C. Curry coming to you live from Uptown Comedy Corner, the ATL, Atlanta, GA. You're listening to DisRace, where our motto is no hate, but no fear. Respect all, fear none. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away.
We never run.
And we never run. I got my main man, the black box, Bo P to my far left.
Hootie hoot.
I got Sister JJ, producer extraordinaire, talent scout extraordinaire, actress extraordinaire. Sister JJ. I got my main man, Mook Main. The original Mook Main. The blue chip Mook Main. I got my main man in Chaplain to the right. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mohican minister, Brian Harper.
Always winning, never losing.
Also known as Roman Harper's brother.
We're going to break that label.
Does that get to you, man?
Huh?
Does that get to you?
Nah, I mean, I guess you could be worse.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
Somebody else's
Hey,
brother,
man.
their brother should be terrible.
They call everybody something, man.
Yeah.
They call me Uncle Elroy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I used to be with Ricky Smiley sometime doing a show, and they call him, who was that character he used to do?
Lil Darryl.
Lil Darryl. And he lose his damn mind.
He did play that.
Like, come on, man. That's what they know you. That's how they know you. That's how they know you.
Yeah.
Bo P ain't his real name.
No, it's not. But Lil Darryl was, I mean, Ricky can't be offended at that one. Because Lil Darryl was a catchy thing. He was kind of hot for a minute.
I'm just saying.
I want to rock right now.
Don't worry about what they call you, boy. Long as they call you.
But hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Bo Peep my
Still
real
Bo
name.
Brown.
Bo P, the other name Preston Barnes, boy. For all the FBI agents out there looking.
He was for a while, though.
Your real name was what?
Bo P.
No.
I ain't going to lie to you.
Come on, bro.
When I moved to
How
California.
can a man just take a regular, sensible
Hold on,
conversation?
but I'm saying, when I moved to California,
Yeah.
I started acting. And, you know, they let you put your actor name on your license. So it was Bo P on my license for years.
Is that right?
To 9/11.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And what happened on 9/11?
They made you go back to everybody. You got to go to your legal name and everything.
But you could put your nickname on your driver's license?
California when you was acting, yeah. Ain't nobody had their real name on there. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, dog.
You use your nickname after 9/11.
After 9/11, they changed it. But before 9/11, yeah, you was an actor. I was in the union. That was
Put anything on it.
Yeah, put anything on it.
Man, there's a new one on me there now.
Yeah.
There's a new one on me. Well, I take it you on your driver's license now, it don't say Herschel Walker.
No, it don't. It's a Walker Hershey.
You make it pass, isn't it?
No, I ain't got enough grease on my face.
Well, the election went down. Election went down. Mic on, man?
Yeah,
The election went down. Y'all vote?
Yep.
I did early and all.
Wasn't no line, nothing. Just me, man. 11:30 in the morning, Fab and Georgia.
Well, it showed because we're in a tie with an idiot.
I would tell you something I noticed on the ballot. I was looking at all of the lists where they had a list of the names for the people for you to vote for. In every case except Warnock versus Herschel Walker, the incumbent was at the top of the list.
I didn't. You're right.
On every line, the incumbent was at the top of the list. Warnock is the incumbent. Herschel Walker was on the top of the list.
Wow.
So I asked the poll lady about it.
Yeah.
And she said, we noticed that. They changed my voting station. I ain't changed my address. I went to the place where I've been voting the last few years. Before that, it was at this other place. And I went in there, and again, with nobody there either. And the man told me, you know, when I gave him a license and stuff, he said, "You at the wrong place, DC. You got to go down the street." It was only about a mile. But I said, "Well, what's that about? I voted here last year, last time." He said, "They playing games, man." That's what he said.
I don't doubt it, because when my church said we're going to be a voting station, I would always vote somewhere else. But since there's going to be an early voting station, like the last election, I voted off of right across the street from Stonecrest Mall. And this time I was able to vote at my church. And then nobody asked anything. They just took our IDs. We wrote our addresses down in, and we was able to vote, voting card and everything. So I'm like, how does that work? Considering that this is
I just don't change my location. I ain't moved.
I know they're saying early voting. In early voting, you can vote anywhere as long as it's within your district. You can vote at any voting.
Is that right?
With early voting. Well, like for us
Oh,
on
okay.
for us on
Now that may be
Tuesday.
it, because the time before this, you might be on something. The
Well,
time
maybe it
before this, I think I did early vote.
voting. Yeah, early voting, you can vote anywhere as long as it's within your county, I believe. But
Okay.
but when the day of voting, you have to go to your designated voting session station.
Okay. All right. Now you would think them people working there would know that.
They probably want you to come on DisRace and raise some hell about it.
I just started. I was out of work. I just started working here last week, man. I didn't even vote myself yet.
That's why I wait for me, I just wait till the day of, because I'll be like, look, I don't got time for that. I wait
like
for
the
Monday.
other line.
If you can do early voting, I told my son he had to do absentee voting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I really like to do. Just
So-
mail it in there.
So are we satisfied with the outcome? In a sense, when it comes to voting, you know, Donald Trump Jr. said there's going to be this huge red wave. Well, no, he tweeted bloodbath, which I guess is so. Are we satisfied that we didn't get hit like we thought we would?
Well,
As you know, you mean as Democrat?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The other house, you know.
Yeah, I didn't get hit
Yeah,
like it was, but I've been watching commentary and they saying like it was a slam. Like we just ran over him. I don't see that.
No, it was definitely.
Look like
Still
it
waiting
was
on
a senator
two more,
in the
right?
House.
We waiting on Georgia, and isn't it Nevada? We waiting on Nevada. Still got more coming in. Isn't that Nevada?
Yeah, they
with the
still
two
count.
females
I
running
think
for
we'll lose the
governor?
House, but I think we keep the Senate.
during the election
2 or 3
season,
places still count.
Yeah.
What I noticed during the election season, Stacey Abrams, I listened to a lot of urban radio. She didn't come on there a lot. She went on
Right.
the white station. I listened to the white station too. She
Well-
was there a lot. But she didn't spend a lot of money, and she didn't go on to the urban station.
Well,
Often
and
I
it-
heard her.
and
I'm gonna
it
tell you
cost
now. I mean, you know, no hate with no fear, huh? The reason that's a smart campaign strategy when you're spending money, you got to assume
That's your people.
your people
Got your
gonna vote
back.
for you anyway.
Anyway,
So she needs to spend money like she did because she needed them white vote.
Well, yes, but
I'm not saying take them for granted.
Yeah, I'm like, yes, but at the same time, I think she did nothing to appeal to the younger vote at all.
Well, she did.
I don't see how you gonna say that.
Yeah,
she
she-
had
I
all
don't
them
think she
people
did.
registered, all them young people.
I mean,
registered.
young people registered, but the young people that registered,
They
she
didn't
put
vote for.
enough-
They
yeah,
registered and then
exactly.
voted for Kim.
Exactly. Because I watched the thing and I was watching Roland Martin and he was like, the guy was saying like, if it wasn't for the younger vote, it would have, we really would have got swept. But still though, the younger voters were the ones that stepped up for Warnock, but they didn't step in for.
Because they didn't
I don't
say
think it was the
enough on
younger
their
voters. I don't think it was the younger voters.
Hey,
I
look,
think it was the
Roland put the thing
older.
up.
I think, but I'm just
He
saying.
put the chart up.
I
That
just
ain't what
think
I'm
it was.
thinking.
I'm thinking it was the older voters because, like last year, I mean, the last vote that we had with the big presidential election, like I was saying before, like T.I. and them rent buses and they was taking people. They was gathering people. This time, it wasn't like that, and I was expecting more of a turnout for this. Like I was expecting like the same turnout it was for the presidency.
No, you ain't gonna never have the
never be
same
that.
president.
I mean,
midterm election.
yeah, but I'm just saying with all that's on the line with Kemp being governor and all, his rhetoric, and then with Stacey Abrams, I thought that it would be a bigger turnout than what it was. I didn't really hear nobody even really talking about it. I didn't hear any rappers like go vote. I really didn't hear nobody like
Killer Mike was all over.
Quite a bit.
Which is why I think Stacey lost.
That just goes back to what I say was she didn't do enough radio press with the younger crowd. They didn't hear enough from her.
Whereas Killer Mike was we know young people follow Killer Mike, and he was all up there with the governor, and she didn't do anything to combat that. And then when I watched Roland Martin looked at the chart, I was like, wow.
I didn't see the chart. He said the numbers weren't there because that's what they were saying on the radio. The radio station was saying she didn't spend enough time with us.
Well, from my understanding, from people that I spoke to, I didn't see a chart, but for some of the groups of people that I spoke with.
How many people you know? 2 or 3?
Nah, just a half of a person.
Okay.
Cause you want smoke? Cause I can give it to you.
Finish your thought, sweetheart.
Thank you, King. Thank you.
From
what I was told was that some of the black men don't feel as though she was the one that they wanted to win. So that's what I heard. Wow. That's what I heard. Along
Roland
with some
disputed
of the
that one too.
Said again.
No, he disputed. He said a lot of black men came out for her, but it's the one that she spent time with that she thought was going to vote for, namely white women, because y'all said no fair, didn't vote for her. Now, she spent time with them, but when they did the whole chart and everything, when they tried to put it on black men, a lot of black men did go with Stacey, but a lot of white women that she thought was going to vote for still went to the polls and voted for the governor.
Well, how you know that?
I'm just going by, look, I'm just watching
I'm serious. How do you know that? Because I was talking to a brother yesterday, and he was talking about how a lot of white Republican women were not going to tell their husbands, but they were going to vote Democrat. But I'm like, how would you know that?
I'm just going by what the rolling in the charts.
So at the end of the day, the bottom line is she didn't win, and people that said they were going to vote, obviously when they got back there, they changed their mind. It's just right there.
She got beat convincingly.
Yeah, but wait, I don't know about that now. They changed their mind. She got how many votes? I don't know. I know, but she got a lot of votes.
She got 45.
Yeah, she got beat.
She got a lot of votes now. I don't know what the number was. Huh?
She got 45%. That's it. She got 45.
Yeah.
And he got 53. So a lot of people had to have changed their mind.
No, why you
don't
say
think
that?
they changed their mind?
I mean, you can never poll all the people.
Well,
So, I mean, those
a lot of people
millions. You got millions of people.
A lot of people
Hundreds
said
of
they had
thousands
her.
of people voted for her. So
Like
I mean,
Yahoo said during the election.
But the king was saying that they was like, I'm going to vote for her. The numbers don't show that they voted.
well, I think it was more people. 1.8 million. So I don't see how you can say the people that said they were going to vote for her
1.8
did not
million.
vote.
1.8 million is nothing compared to like what we got 6 million in Atlanta metro area.
Yeah.
So somebody changed their mind.
Well, a lot of people didn't go vote. If we got just 6 million. I'm trying to figure out how that
Well, a
happened.
no vote is, you know what they say about a no vote.
About 4 million
Yeah,
people
that's
vote.
true.
So that's why Warnock got 1.9 and Herschel got 1.9 million people.
But Herschel, a lot of people that voted for Kemp did not vote for Herschel.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of Republicans that voted for Kemp did not vote for Herschel.
Yeah.
And they think and from what I was hearing, it was like in the runoff, they think that's going to hurt him. Because if he couldn't pull it off with Kemp, then they don't think he'll be able to pull it off. Definitely pull it off.
I think
without
Warnock
him.
going
Well,
to
the
be.
biggest thing that
I think Warnock gonna win
the
too. I
libertarian
believe
guy, whatever, is not going to
Yeah.
divide the vote. He'll be out of the way.
They ain't have enough to
So
even.
what's going to happen? Like,
That little bit that he had.
But he makes a difference though. Like
Yeah, make a difference.
that
Keep
makes
him
a
getting
difference.
50%.
Yeah, so
Because he
those
got
guys
like
that voted for the
2.1%.
Yeah, but
It was 3 point. Okay.
yeah,
When I
so,
looked, it was 2 point.
So now they'll probably go over hopefully the Warnock.
Right.
You know, yeah.
accentuated the election because if 1 or 2 of them went one way,
Right.
it'll work.
Yeah, what
So
won.
what happens now is, politic-wise, he gonna get a lot of money. Because one of those campaigns gonna go give him a lot of money to have your people sway their way. That's who's gonna sway the vote right there.
Right. Right.
But I think in
Only time it pays to be in third. It's politics.
Sometime it pay.
But wasn't he strategically placed in the right place though? They knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. They ain't stupid.
They was playing chess. They knew what they were doing.
He knew he had no chance of winning.
You gonna get 3%. Why would you even campaign knowing you gonna only get 3%?
Because later on, when I lose out, like you said, these campaigns gonna come pay me a lot of money. And I'll get all my money back.
I still think commercial of the year is Herschel Walker saying Warnock can't talk. That got to be the commercial of the year, man.
You had to give him credit for the creativity a little bit now. Like, even though you ain't rocking with Herschel, you had to kind of get him get a little bit of credit with that one.
It's stupid to mess with the stutterer. Yeah.
Now, let me ask y'all this. At the risk of sounding some kind of way, I voted and everything. I always vote and everything. Mm-hmm. But really, it ain't going to change my life one way or the other.
Ain't gonna change.
But do y'all think it's not going to affect me? Okay. I mean, I'm all for who I'm all for, mainly because of, I'm concerned with the plight of my people. But do you really think who's in those positions really affects your life?
I think the only time I felt like an election, I felt directly affected by the election was when Bush Jr. was in and the gas price was just ridiculous. And it just made any sense. You would think that since they were so high last year that you would feel it, but I think because there were so many jobs and the cost of living or the money that you made kind of offset it. But I think the only time I felt like an election affected me is when George Bush Jr. got in, and then of course when Barack did the first-time home buyers. So I would say that's about the only time I would feel like directly impacted.
But in general, do you think who's in office? Does it affect you?
I just want to know what's going to happen to the gas taxes. Ask me that, then I can tell you. I just want to know, is the gas tax going to change?
$2.89 off a Panola Road, baby.
Because there's no gas tax when he held it. So is he going to change it? Or he was just doing that for the election?
He probably did it for the election.
Well, I'm going to let you know.
He ain't how long it's going to last.
I'm going to let you know in a couple of months how I feel.
I mean, is your life going to change if Herschel Walker happens to become senator?
Depends on what they elect them vote on out there in Washington, D.C. Now, it could now.
Huh?
It could now. Depending on what depending on what that Supreme Court. Like, it made me, I ain't gonna say me directly, but people that like young women who can no longer get abortions and things like that. I mean, I would say that might affect me somewhere down the road.
That's going to affect him a lot right there.
Hey, look here now. I got a couple young girls growing up in here. Better write to me. But no, DC, you would think an election would be where people get democracy, equality, and a better way of life. Yeah. And like you're saying, you would think you would vote for someone that would make that change for you, but I don't.
Well, I mean, I do theoretically.
I don't see politics in America being that something for the people. I see it more for the individuals who's in politics. Because politics, a lot of these guys are billionaires, millionaires, successful businessmen, and whatever other.
It's all about power.
They're not making a big salary doing it.
Nope, it's all about power and
influence. It's all about that power.
President of the United States don't get what 400 something thousand.
Right.
Why would you spend $3 or $4 million of your own dollars at least to get a job that pays $400,000?
Because the perks.
Because power, man. You'll make some money after that, but the job don't pay. No. The job don't pay that much.
But you got a lot of perks.
It's the things you learn and find out about that other people put money into. That you can pass ahead for them to get through. Right. They can kick you back some money.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you know infrastructure work. You know everything going on. Food. Everybody that needs something.
Free housing. Free housing for 4 years.
What they got for me.
We'll be back after this commercial break.